I know the immediate problem is park and what's going on, but this is nothing new to people who have been in education, Dr. Ross. And that in itself is, in my opinion, the problem. The problem is that every 2 years, something changes. And I'll tell you what, I was in education all my life. I have 13 people in my family that are educators. A lot of my friends are teachers, and believe me, I hear it. And I'm surprised that they still count me as part of their family and part of their friends. But teachers in general are the most resilient, most accommodating. They're willing to do whatever. They said, just tell us what to do, and we'll do it. And I've heard that for 20 years. And Lord knows we've had enough change, and we've had enough things going on. To me, this is another iteration of change. It's a little bit on steroids, a lot on steroids. But I think in itself, it's part of a whole culture of change over the last few years that has come about. You start looking at OTES and all the different initials and resident educator and then testing and then all the different things all came at once. The testing, again, it's part of the problem, but I think that we've got to look at some way to stabilize and figure out what we want to do, figure out what's the best way to do it, and give it to them and say, go to it. And they'll succeed. But we've got too many people. As my dad used to say, there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And we're part of the problem instead of being part of the solution a lot of times. So I don't know what the answer is. It kind of goes back to my speech on school funding I'm going to get to here in a little bit. We need to stabilize. And again, I don't know how you do it, but we've got to do something. We've got to quit making these changes because it's actually to a point where people are leaving the field, teachers are leaving, administrators are leaving, people are retiring, and we got to do something. And I'll be happy to help. The best thing I've done on this board, honestly, was what took place just a little bit ago. For those that you don't know, we were asked by added men students from Kent State University to have lunch with them. And we sat around in a table configuration like this, and what the professor called speed dated. There was, 10 or 15 of those students, and we talked with each one of them for 5 minutes. And to me, that was so refreshing. Ann Jacobs and I probably grilled them more than they grilled us because we said, what do you think of Park? What do you think of this? What's the new budget? What's it doing to your school? They probably wanted to get away from us. But it was so encouraging, and the comments we received were important. So I think I hear it all the time, again, from my folks, my family and my friends, their teachers. But I'm committed to finding something that's going to stick. And we need to do that. And this has got to be it. So thank you again for